Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the car wash. It's a sunny day, that's why we're all bloomed out.
It's beautiful.
It's Renee
and Rick.
And Rick, the R&R. No rest, no relaxation,
That's right.
but lots of fun. We're at the Coburg Car Wash. It's always a good day for a car wash.
Always.
But especially when it's going to be 87 degrees, because if your car is dirty and you're, oh God, how embarrassing.
I know.
You're driving down the street on a sunny day in Oregon with a dirty car. I mean, shame. People just shame you.
Yep, that's
And all you got to do here is stop in, pull in, run around, do your thing, and get your car washed.
Yes, and on a hot day like today, I mean, you can roll your windows down. That's optional, but we don't pay for the damage on the inside.
Yeah, so here's an idea for you. If you're really super hot, I mean, not like us, you know, I mean, obviously we're super hot, right? But then you can go through the car wash and roll down your windows. But no, don't do that. Don't try it. Renee said I could do it, but the damage was all on me, and so I don't really want to do that. So thanks for sponsoring our show today.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay, we're gonna go through the wash. Okay.
All right, have a great day.
See you, girl.
Thanks.
All right, you guys, we're talking to Sheepdog. See my shirt? See that? Sheepdog. It's a group in town and made up of a lot of police officers. This is Alan. Alan, tell him your last name.
My last name is Amundsen.
So Mr. Amundsen is actually a police officer in the area and started this Sheepdog organization. It's a national organization.
That's correct. Or international. We have some sales international.
So what is it? You know what? I'm gonna...
Yeah, okay.
There. See how much better you look?
Thank you.
We got to worry about that stuff. So tell me, what is Sheepdog?
So I guess the term sheepdog is a nickname or an analogy for somebody who protects another person from harm, danger, or evil, like a sheepdog protecting the sheep from the wolf. So it's a nickname, and I actually learned about it when I was in the academy. They told us that you guys are sheepdogs, and it's common among police officers and military. It's a common term, but citizens they've never really heard of it. So we're kind of bringing that out, and that's what the term sheepdog is.
So what is the organization about? This is about honoring the men and women who protect us, whether that's law enforcement, whether that's firefighters, EMTs, all of it.
Exactly. It's essentially a label for the good guys, you know, so our sheepdogs, our heroes, if you will. And if you stand with them, you rock the logo. If you believe in honor, integrity, respect, good old-fashioned hard work, you know, rock the label. You are Sheepdog United, and be proud.
Why is that important in this day and age? Because we've gotten really far away from honor and shame. Yeah. You know, we've gotten away from that whole concept of honoring the people who take care of us. And I know you hear it. I posted a picture of me with this shirt on, and I had some people come on who are great people. They're friends of mine, but they had such a bad attitude about police officers, and I can say that, it's my show. They had a bad attitude, and what do you find normally when people do have that? Because what drives me crazy about this, Alan, is that, and I want to talk about this, is that, so we hear a few things in the media about police officers doing the wrong thing, and we forget that there's thousands of other police officers who are not doing that crap.
Exactly, and we do forget about, and that's what Sheepdog United is. We're reminding people that there is good out there, and these people are protecting us, and they're sacrificing their safety, their lives, you know, for us, for our freedoms, and we're trying to honor that.
So tell me some of the things you guys do as a group here in town, because this isn't just like a t-shirt thing. Although they have a website, sheepdog.com.
Sheepdogunited.com.
Okay.
Right.
And so what are some of the things you guys do?
So we Sheepdog United read a story about a police officer in Washington. He's a current police officer, ex-Navy SEAL, aka badass, and he has 2 5-year-old boys. They're twins. One's healthy and the other has multiple forms of cancer. And police officers, sheepdogs, I mean, there's kind of this brotherhood, and we heard about this story, and we never met him before, but we consider him family. So we thought we have the resources to maybe help this family out. Let's maybe design a t-shirt for him and sell the t-shirt. We met with the family, designed a t-shirt. This is actually the t-shirt right here. The boy, his name is Declan, Declan Regan, and it says Declan Regan is my brother, is a t-shirt. So we got the family, designed this t-shirt. On the back it says, blood makes you related, loyalty makes you family. So we sold this t-shirt, and all the profits went to the family. We also did several local fundraisers here in Eugene and Springfield with the VFW in Springfield, Papa's Pizza, Hayden Bridge Tap House, and we raised $5,000 for this family. And so we're getting the community together, trying to help out these people that need a little bit of extra help.
Brigida says, I look tired. I am tired, and I do take enough time for my health, but it also is hot out here, and I'm 59 years old, so I get to look this tired if I want to.
That's right.
Okay, so let's go through the car wash. What do you want people to know about, especially like police officers, when you see those kind of comments about what you do, and you know, you saw when I posted the pictures, a bunch of comments came on, and it was stories of, you know, somebody had done this and they did that. Alan, you can just get right in line there.
All right.
But you're going to turn red and you're going to turn blue. I'm just telling you ahead of time when we go through the car wash.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of fun. So what do you feel? What does that do when you're a police officer and you hear that kind of stuff?
Well, I'm always curious to why they feel that way. There must have been some situation in their life that happened, and I'm curious why. I also tell those people, as a suggestion, do a ride-along, because a lot of times, whatever reason that was, is a story they heard somewhere else or for another family member, and it's not their own. And I tell people, do a ride-along. Get your own perspective of what a police officer does, you know, for first-hand account. So
most of the time, you said, when we were talking earlier, you said that it's usually people who are, I heard so-and-so told me this happened to them, and this is what a police officer did to them. It's not their own story.
Or a snippet from a video from one angle, and they have all this anger from this one little video.
So how gullible are we as people, do you think, when the media tells a story, doesn't always tell the whole story?
Yeah, and I think that might happen sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I feel like the story could have been told different. And I almost feel, and this is my personal opinion, not really the company Sheepdog's opinion, but my personal opinion is I almost feel like the media's manipulating us. And it's kind of sad to see people kind of fall into it, you know?
Right.
They get one side of the story and that's it, and they don't get all the angles, all the stories before making a decision. And as a police officer, there's no way I could do that as my job, just hear one side of the story and then take that story and throw someone in jail because this person said. I have to get all of it and then make a decision of what happened. So it's frustrating to see people only get half the work.
And it's easy to hate. And you know what I mean? Don't you find even in your job that it's very easy for people to dislike or blame?
True.
And do you find that a lot of times, you know, I hear people say, well, I got this ticket and they shouldn't have done this or that. Well, you know, for some reason you got pulled over. Maybe that cell phone was noticed by the officer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And and I think police officers are kind of easy to hate because a lot of people don't see them as regular people doing a job. They kind of see them, they're always up, they're always driving around, you hardly see them eat, doing like regular human stuff. It's almost like they're robots. So it's almost, this is my opinion, it's easy to hate them because they almost seem not human. They always have this stern look on their face, they're always about the job. And that's what Sheepdog United is kind of trying to change. If you go to our Instagram page or Facebook page, you'll see we post pictures of police officers and soldiers goofing around, dancing, having kind of humanizing,
trying to make
people.
Show people that, I mean, you're a family man, you got 2 daughters, right. You know, you live in the community and you do other things besides being a cop, just like the rest of us.
That's right.
You know, I mean, but
I think people forget that, and that's what we're trying to show, that we're people just like you. We make mistakes. Sometimes an officer does make mistakes. Sometimes, unfortunately, you know, some bad officers get, you know, slip through the cracks, and we're trying to weed those bad people out through the application process, but they sneak through. I mean, how many times have you met someone, they put a front, you trust them, and you learn the real side of them, and you fall victim to whatever their malicious acts were or whatever, and it happens all the time. People slip through the cracks, and you don't know right away, and unfortunately, some bad officers get hired, and it makes the entire group look bad.
So Sheepdog is trying to just at least not honor. So for people that get all, well, yeah, but there was that officer. This isn't to honor them. This is to honor the ones who really are truly doing the job.
The good guys.
Yeah, doing the good job.
Absolutely.
So how does that make your job better for you?
It's easier as a police officer to do my job when I have the community support and their backing. It just makes it a lot easier. I can make decisions based on my training instead of how was, you know, what's Facebook going to think about this or that, or
Okay, let me ask you this, and if you're going to get in trouble, don't answer, okay, because I don't want to get you in trouble. So when you get done, Al, just go park back right where we were, okay, because we're going to talk for a couple more seconds. So I always kind of wonder this, because there's so much scrutiny over like a police shooting or something like that. What concerns me sometimes, and if people don't like me for this, that's fine. What concerns me sometimes is that you're going to be put in a position where you really do have to make that decision, and yet how do you make all going through your head's got to be, well, how's this going to be judged? What are people going to say? What am I going to do? And then what if you end up getting killed, or somebody else ends up getting killed because you're second guessing what you're trained to do?
Well, in a really intense situation, we're not thinking about Facebook. We're going off, you know, our training, and we're relying on our partners, and you're going off, you know, what you've been taught, and to keep, you know, me safe and my officers and the community safe. But there's times, you know, when it slows down and then you see that people have their cameras out, then you realize, okay, you know, there's some people watching, and we have to always remember to be professional, and we're human, we make mistakes, and, you know, I like to goof around and have fun sometimes, but there's a time and a place for all that. And but in those situations, we don't think about Facebook in those. I mean, right now it's
Good.
Survival.
Please don't. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Alan, thank you, and I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm honored to wear the shirt. I will wear this shirt all the time. I always have worked well with police officers and firefighters and EMTs and even lawyers, although they're not included in this. But, you know, I like what you're doing, and I like putting a positive spin back on what you do, because I think there's far too much negativity, and it's so easy to jump on the story that you hear from the media rather than really going and finding out for yourself.
And it's easy, and I don't blame it. It's easy to do. But I just tell people, just wait, simmer down a little bit, get the whole story, let the story come out, and then make a decision.
So how do people find out more about your organization? Sheepdogunited.com.
Sheepdogunited.com will just teach you more about what we are.
Can other people get the t-shirts?
Absolutely. And our Instagram page and Facebook page really show like what we believe in, the pictures we post. And we have other products. I actually brought you something.
Oh,
so
dude.
I brought you a couple of gifts. I bear gifts.
I love gifts.
So I know you like to work out.
Yeah.
So this is our what we call our self-inspiration shirt. So a lot of times you see a person walking down the street and their shirt says, you know, like, give it all, or you know, try your hardest. So this one, it says never quit, but it's printed backwards. So it's it's actually.
Oh, whoa.
So they can't
now
see it.
You guys, you can't tell, but because you're looking at it backwards.
Yeah, so
that's kind of cool.
It's to motivate the person wearing the shirt. So when you're at the gym
and you see in the mirror,
you see yourself wearing the shirt. So it's for the person. Or you walk by a reflection. It's just a little oomph, a little to get you through the day, or just to remind you to maybe do one more set at the gym, or, you know, try a little harder. So
be nice to somebody one more time.
Yeah, it's for the person wearing it. It's for you, and that's why you buy the shirt for yourself. Why not motivate yourself? So that's our self-inspiration shirt. So when it's backwards, it looks like it says 7TO something. It looks like some weird lettering.
I love this. Your logo thing is so cool.
So this is for you, and I have one more gift for you.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
So this is, I'll take it out of the package. This is our protection coin. We call it a protection coin or a challenge coin. It's really big for law enforcement or firefighters, or excuse me, military firefighters. We have these coins that we share with other agencies, other officers, and hold that.
Look, guys, so that's what it is.
So it says Sheepdog United on the top, and it says Una Stamus, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Latin for we stand as one.
That's so awesome, Alan. I love that.
And on the side it says integrity, honor, respect, all these important values. But we call it a protection coin because
so I keep this in my pocket with me.
I mean, you don't have to, but that's
kind of the idea.
Intent. Exactly. It's like a rabbit's foot. It's a reminder that you're not alone. There's millions of people that stand with you and your values, and so you can hold on to it. Or if you're kind of like, you know, troubled, whatever, you grab your coin and remember.
Just reach in your pants and you feel like that thing in there.
Or you might come across someone that might need a little more than you. You could pass it on to them or a family member, and pass it on. So it's just a little reminder that, you know, never quit, try hard, you're not alone, and it can keep you safe. Just knowing all that stuff.
Alan, thanks.
You're welcome.
Glad you came in here. And we also want to thank Coburg Car Wash.
Yeah, this is awesome, and Thank you. Thanks for this opportunity.
You're welcome. They pay for the show, and Jim and his crew and Renee and all of them they just want to get out other information to people besides what you're going to hear all the time. And so when Alan called me, I said, "Oh, I've got just the place for you, the car wash." So.
And it's a great day for a car wash. Come on down.
And Alan, he didn't even know he got a free car wash.
I didn't.
That's a good thing.
I got
so
here.
I guess I need to get more sleep. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Take this, share it on your page. If you know a police officer, a firefighter, an EMT, someone in that area, share this with them. Share it on their page so they know about it, because they may not know about this either. And then also when you go out there, I do this a lot. If you see a police officer out there and you walk past them, wave and say thank you for what you do, just like veterans. And veterans are involved in this too. So when you see people, say that to them. There's an old man who's on my bike path. He's in a wheelchair, and he has a veteran's hat all the time. And the other day I was running, and I just stopped, and I said, "Thank you for what you did." And he looked at me, and he goes, "Thank you for saying something." I said, "You're welcome." And I said, "You know what? This is really hard for me, but a friend of mine's a veteran said, Rick, it really makes a difference." And so it's just one of those things where you thank people.
And it happens, I mean, as a police officer, it happens to me more than you'd think, and we really appreciate it. I mean, it's nice to know that, you know, the community has your back.
And this is another point that I want to make for Alan, before we go, is when you guys hear all the bitching about police officers and stuff, remember there's a whole bunch of people. When I put a post on and a couple people gripe, there's 1,000 more that are saying thank you for what you're doing. So remember perspective. One negative comment or two sometimes takes over the whole thread, but remember all those other people. And if you're one of those people reading and you don't agree with that, come on and give a positive, and that really makes a difference. We got to change this. I mean, we really do. We have to change our attitude towards one another, whether it's police officers or EMTs or veterans or just people on the street. Stop with the damn labels and just go back and quit judging people, and don't put everybody in the same box. Because what somebody does on the East Coast to treat people poorly it's not Alan. He's not doing that here in his town. So don't do that. And all the other people, Bo and all the folks that are walking downtown Eugene streets and doing their thing, don't judge them based on what you see in the media. That's just crap.
Please.
And it really is. It's a choice. You have to ignore it and walk away from it. So share this on your page. At noon today, speaking of stories, we're going to be down with St. Vincent de Paul, downtown Eugene. We're going to be looking at this new a warehouse. It's a portable warehouse they put in so that homeless people can put their stuff in there so they don't get it stolen. Why is that important? Well, that's why you're going to tune in at noon to find out more. We'll be with St. Vincent de Paul at noon today. All right, you guys have a good day.
Thank you, folks.
See you, Alan. Thanks, Alan. And thanks for the shirt, man. I'm going to be tough.